Yeah, y'all already know we playing out this real life.
Real life.
Nigga, no Diddy gang, Meek Mill in real life. Don't ever disrespect me, you
Talk
heard?
that Meek. Yeah, Meek.
No f***ing way, Jimmy. Oh my god, bro. Are you f***ing kidding me? Come out here.
They just uncovered tunnels underneath his house.
Diddy's?
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes.
Meek Mill's breakup with Diddy, mentioning underground tunnels, fuels speculation due to Diddy's mansion near the former Playboy Mansion.
To Hugh Hefner's house. That naked pool was down there long before Diddy was able to buy a home. It was Hugh Hefner's house where most of the offenses that the women accused Bill Cosby of took place. The Playboy Mansion. And everybody know Hugh Hefner was filming, had cameras in the wall. I don't know. Did anybody ever ask whether or not Bill Cosby had a freak-off tape? Next thing you know, his son is dying. Next thing you know, all kinds of weird things keep on happening. All of that fame, all of that success, if they really wanted to take him down with all of this.
Fans are speculating whether Diddy's mansion, listed for $61 million before his indictment, is linked to rumors of secret tunnels similar to those at the Playboy Mansion, fueling conspiracy theories about hidden connections and private activities.
That connected the Playboy Mansion to the homes of these movie stars back in the 70s. These were discovered recently in a vault at the Playboy Mansion. John, this is not a joke. These are real blueprints. If you zoom in on the blue, now okay, what we have here is on one side of it there's the Playboy Mansion. On the other side of it there's Warren Beatty's house, and they've constructed a blueprint for a tunnel to connect the two of them. Now Jack Nicholson was Warren Beatty's neighbor, so he had his own little offshoot, and James Caan, so this he lived off in the other direction. The blueprints actually have their names on them. Northbound tunnel to Mr. J. Nicholson residence.
Oh my gosh. Wow. So I mean, was it like you move into the neighborhood and the homeowners association says like, hey, and by the way, we'll build you a tunnel directly to the Playboy Mansion?
Do you think, I mean, these guys were having the party of their lives. These tunnels, now, the reason that this was come across is that Playboy, the publishers of Playboy now, were researching an article about the 70th birthday, or an article about the history of Playboy and the history of Hugh Hefner, and they were going through old photos, and they found some photos of construction happening that were these tunnels, and they went to ask the current general manager of the Playboy Mansion, and this is what they said. Playboy.com published this. We asked the new general manager at the mansion about these photos. He said, very matter-of-factly, that's probably when they built the tunnels in the 70s. So they were like, what tunnels? What are you talking about, tunnels? There's these photos of the construction on these tunnels, and so they went to investigate further, and they found in a vault in the basement area of the Playboy Mansion a bunch of blueprints. And this is where they discovered the actual blueprints of these tunnels, which were built. And apparently the tunnels were active until the late 80s when Hefner got married. And then the wife was like, Jack's not coming over. They covered up the holes.
Only imagine what an active tunnel to the Playboy Mansion would look like.
I can't imagine what was going on in those times. Can you imagine?
So what happened? Did they close them down? Were they sealed off?
They sealed them up.
Reports suggest Diddy's mansion has underground pathways accessible from the pool area, similar to the rumored tunnels at Hugh Hefner's Playboy Mansion. Fox News confirmed this after investigations in March, fueling ongoing speculation.
At Diddy's homes. This was first brought up by Shadow of Ezra, where he talked about the underground tunnels in Diddy's luxurious Los Angeles mansion. It was an underwater swimming tunnel leading to a mysterious grotto, reminiscent of an ancient and modern human use of caves. Now this is all alleged, of course, but they say that this tunnel connects to the Playboy Mansion. You guys remember that? Hugh Hefner, the guy who lived with all those women in his mansion? There's no available evidence right now. However, reports are noting that Combs' mansions do have a pool with an underwater swimming tunnel. They say it's not connected to the Playboy Mansion, but there is a reason why the Playboy Mansion keeps coming up. 10 years ago, they were building underground tunnels to the Playboy Mansion for people like Jack Nicholson for his birthday. So this way, they don't have to go through the outside, but go underground in secret to the Playboy Mansion to do God knows what. You can see the sketches here of these underground tunnels being built. They were working on it, and it was supposed to connect celebrities like Jack Nicholson, Warren Beatty, Michael Jackson, just to name a few. As reported by People magazine, these underground tunnels to the Playboy Mansion were sealed off in the 1980s. The question is,
The disturbing twist in this situation is the alleged similarity between Hugh Hefner's covert meetings in the Playboy Mansion tunnels and rumors about Diddy's activities. In the 1980s, Hefner was rumored to use these tunnels for secretive gatherings, with records of these events being destroyed to avoid scrutiny. When Diddy purchased his mansion in 2014, whispers circulated that he was aware of the tunnels, but the true nature of what occurred beneath the property remains unclear. This raises further questions, especially as figures like Jagger Wright claim Diddy's choice of the home may have been far from ideal, given the parties that followed.
Everyone's acting like the El Chapo tunnels just disappeared after he was arrested and they're not in use.
Yeah. It makes more sense to move to where the tunnels are than to build your own tunnels, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Those tunnels under those houses in Beverly Hills have been there for decades, before Diddy was born. Now, in order to have an intricate system of tunnels like that working underneath the community, that would mean certain people could only know that they existed. That means you would have to lie on the blueprints to your house for renovations. You couldn't be able to tell a real estate agents what's going on because they would have to disclose to whoever they're selling to, which means this is a very, very, very organized secret society.
Oh, understatement.
Like, it's not like the Beverly Hillbillies where Diddy just went and found a house in Beverly Hills and just, moved in and got lucky and found a trafficking tunnel. And then, oh my God, what's in the way? Like, no, that's not what that were. He bought that house because he knew the access that came along with it.
Of course.
Which means someone told him that house had access that came along with it.
I would even go one step further. I would say all these properties are controlled by this cabal, and it was just Diddy's time to move into that. It was just his time to take the position up there, because for a fact this is prime. If you're a people smuggler, you want to be owning all the properties with the tunnels. Do you know what I'm saying? There ain't no, oh well, that was good for a while. I know we're the 1% and got all the billions. That slipped through our fingers. Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm fully on board with that, Jaguar, 100%.
Yeah, I'm surprised that OJ, if he did what he did over there, why he didn't jump in a tunnel? Why did he just ride away? You telling me he didn't know the people that know the tunnels?
Listen, OJ got not guilty. Nothing should surprise you about OJ. Okay, nothing.
You want to know what surprises me even more than that?
Yes.
That the actual convicted serial killer who was their grounds worker, who was working there, and it had a disgruntled exchange with Nicole and her boyfriend just days before that happened, was never questioned.
Yeah, okay. That's suspicious. I'm with you there.
Yeah, the guy that's always by the witcher. Like, I'm just like, if I was cop and I come into a brutal double homicide, and I'm like, going through a list of everyone that works in the house and comes through the house, I think one of the first people I would want to question would be the convicted serial killer.
Do you know how good you are at this stuff?
He's like,
yeah. Do you know how good you are at this, Jaguar? In less than 30 seconds, you've convinced me OG didn't do it. Okay, I'm just saying that's how good you are at this. All right.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That's kind of like how Me Too. They did that thorough investigation
with all of those brilliant minds. And the only people they found were Harvey Weinstein and I'm sorry, they didn't find Diddy. Harvey Weinstein and R. Kelly, they missed Diddy.
Kelly has expressed missing Diddy as recent celebrity statements have shed light on Hollywood's underground tunnels, often associated with covert gatherings and secret activities. Some claim these tunnels are tied to darker, more mysterious operations within the entertainment industry.